Welcome back to the OB podcast. Today we are diving deep into the world of groceries. I mean, the inflation is unbelievable. I mean, if you're talking about inflation, I know we'll say Nigeria will say, "Oh my beer," but anyway, I gotta say that hearing all these stories about people really shelling out crazy amounts to just acquire basic things is really unbelievable. So it's like we are really living in some kind of alternate universe right now where the laws of supply and demand have gone completely haywire. So let's listen to others reacting to how uh, the basic things they've been acquiring, how much they've increased in various parts of the world. And I like to say that I'm hearing stories left and right about how people's monthly food budget are skyrocketing faster than Elon Musk's latest rocket launch. And we are talking about folks who used to drop a couple of $100s at the grocery stores, now seeing that bill doubled or even triple. I mean, it's insanity. Let's dig in.
Really out, guys? Are we really out here spending $8 on a 12 pack of Coke? I just had to buy some Cokes and Dr. Peppers for my salon, and it was literally $8 each. Excuse me? I was paying like $4 for those. Why are they double? Case of water, Ozarka, a case of 32 pack of water, $7.50. Guys, how do they think we're gonna keep surviving like this? Are you kidding me? I can't even buy a case of water for under $8. Water, plain water. Like, thank you, Lord, that I don't have an addiction to Coke.
Grocery prices has really increased and has become.
I mean, now I get it. Inflation is a thing, right? But this feels more like inflation on steroids, I would say. And what's worse, it's hitting folks where it really hurts. And when you're forced to choose between buying essentials like meat and veggies or, paying your rent, something seriously messed up with the system right now. So, but here's a kicker. Let me just say, it's not just about the numbers on the receipt. It's about the ripple effect this has on people's life. And we are talking about families who are having to pinch every penny just to put food on their table. It's about folks who are working their tails off and still struggling to make ends meet. And let me tell you something, that's not a situation anyone should be in right now. At the end of the video, we'll discuss some details on how you survive in times like this.
Ridiculously high to the extent that it's causing a lot of depression for people because like food is one of like the most important thing that we need in life. We need to eat
groceries this year.
That a lot of people are complaining about the grocery prices. You guys should watch this video, but before we get right into it, make sure you click the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new here, and please help me get to the goal of 1,000 subscribers. I appreciate you guys. Let's get right into it.
So my husband called me today on the way home from work, and he asked me how much we were spending on groceries this year compared to last year and the year before. I told him I had no clue, but I could find out. I placed all of our orders either on Instacart or on Walmart Plus. Since the month of September is not all the way over, I decided to go back to August for year 21, 22, and 23 to compare the difference. In 2021, we did not have a Walmart Plus membership, so I was only ordering from Instacart, and the total that I spent was $746.55. In August of 22, I also did not have a Walmart Plus membership. I joined in September, the month after this. Our groceries went from $746.55 to $1,493.08.
Whoa.
This year, I do have a Walmart Plus membership, so I placed orders on both Instacart and Walmart Plus with a total of $1,650.92. Mind you, this is just the month of August for 21, 22, and 23, but our groceries have over doubled.
Wow.
So it's really starting to settle in that no matter if you go to the grocery store or eat out, it's the same damn price. One could almost argue that it might be cheaper to eat out certain places than it is now to buy the groceries to cook for yourself. You've heard me say before that we spend our money on food. It is obviously a non-negotiable. You need it. And so in our house, we don't really do a whole lot of complaining on money spent on food because that's what everybody likes to do. But at the same time, as I'm looking at this receipt for one meal and just two little extra things, it occurs to me that I probably don't mind the more homey one-pot Latino meals because they're so much cheaper than when we go to cook American meals. We bought the fixings for homemade hamburgers and it was almost $100. I buy the fixings for enchiladas, tacos, rice and beans, stuff like that, and cost is substantially different. Just another reminder not to take these things for granted, especially at a time when inflation is like super inflation and not everybody has the ability to sustain as easily. I feel very blessed that we're still able to take care of these kinds of things. And I was like looking at Jonathan like, shit, we should have just eaten burgers out tonight because it would have been the same cost. Only difference is we'll have leftovers. So there's a little bit of that, but nonetheless, the receipts are hurting more and more and more. So just know that I'm praying for those of you who are struggling in that area. And I'm praying for those of you who are just doing the best that you can and robbing Peter to pay Paul.
Book where this lady showed us her mobile order from Walmart from 2020.
This frustrates me so bad. They talk about the inflation has increased and it was, oh, we're up 7%. Oh, we're up 8%. Oh my gosh, we're at records with 9%. 9% where? Groceries are up almost 100% for
exactly.
all items. 100% double.
Of course.
Rent. At one point in time, you could get a 3-bedroom place for $1,000 a month. You're not getting one for under $1,500 a month in Ohio. We're in Ohio. There's cornfields. It just makes no sense. I hate to be on these conspiracy theorists and the government's out to get us, but geez, Pete, they're out to get us. They don't want us to live. I never thought I would make this amount of money, and I make this amount of money, and I thought I'd have this crazy, outrageous house. Our house is beautiful, but man, $300 on groceries to get a quart and a half? Ridiculous.
These are groceries that I cannot afford to buy anymore, and what I buy instead because inflation is so fucking bad. Number one, Spam is not even a struggle meal anymore. Why is it almost $4? Although these, I will not be sacrificing the great value version because I know it just doesn't taste the same. So go to Costco, go to Sam's Club, go wherever they have an 8-pack of these because it's cheaper and they will last longer. These, I love these, but why are they almost $4? I almost had a hernia in Walmart yesterday when I saw the price. There is a great value version. I should have bought them, but instead, look what I bought. Triscuit, what the fuck? These are so dry. I'm literally only finishing them because I bought them and I don't want them to go to waste, but I will not be buying these again. I cannot tell you the last time I bought boneless, skinless chicken. I debone it and skin it myself because at $1.69 a pound at Costco, you get like 6 packs and it lasts a long time. Honestly, this shit makes me not want to cook, but you gotta do what you gotta do. My dog eats ground turkey and I had bought turkey at the store, but it was like $5 to $7 for 1 pound. So instead, I get her these. It's a pack of 4, so 4 pounds and I pay around $20, $25-ish. Costco. I love Yakult. It helps my stomach because I have probably IBS. Not probably, I do have IBS. But instead I buy these because Yakult is about $3 for 6 and this is half the price. These. When I first tried these, I honestly did not like them because I was like, it doesn't taste the same. But a bitch got over it because they're half the price. What can you do? Alcohol. Hear me out. Costco vodka, but not the American kind because this shit will make you throw up. It tastes so bad. The French imported, on the other hand, this shit got hands, and it's good. Make sure it's cold, though, because if it's not cold, then it will burn. But if it's cold, you drink it cold, use it as a mixer. You can't even tell. Costco or Grey Goose. You really will not be able to tell. $20 for a handle. I'm on my second bottle, so do what you will with that information. The U.S. government better run us another fucking check, because what the fuck are these prices? I'm just not going to eat anymore. I'm just going to keep buying these and see what happens.
Okay, now I am no economist, but it seems it doesn't take a genius to see that something is got to give here. We can't keep playing this game where the rich get richer and the rest of us are left scrapping by. It's time for some real change and some real solutions. And hey, maybe that 14-day water fast idea isn't that crazy, After all, our society is obese, yeah? No offense, but desperate times really calls for desperate measures, right? All right, let's carry on.
Purchases from 2020 to today, and it's actually insane how much inflation we're seeing in just 3 years. A pound of sliced turkey in 2020 was $3.14. Today, it's $6.72. That's a 114% increase. A pound of ground beef in 2020 was $3.46. Today, it's $5.47, which is a 58% increase. Walmart branded waffles used to be $2.93, and now they're $4.14. Hellmann's mayonnaise used to be $3.77. It's now being sold for $5.48. I think it's a meme that Americans put mayonnaise on everything. I like it on sandwiches, but anyway, 16 ounces of raw honey used to be $6.88. $3.08. Any guesses on what it's being sold for right now? Well, she checked on the Walmart app, and today it's being sold for $10.97. 3 pounds of Walmart bacon used to be $11.98, and now they're charging $16.48. It's like everything is consistently up 40, 60, even 100%. This gluten-free stir fry cost her $2.73 in 2020, and now it's $4.18 in 2023. These Walmart brand cereal bars were $5.58, and today they're selling for $7.44. And just looking at this woman's purchases, she's not buying brand name, organic, grass-fed groceries or anything like that. These are Walmart brand prices, and even with all that, her grocery bill is still up over 50% in just 3 years.
I feel like if we came together as a nation and went on a 14-day water fast and just stopped going to the grocery store for 14 days, these grocery stores will have no choice but to come down on their prices. And I know it's a bit extreme, but just hear me out. Like, first of all, a 14-day water fast will be good for us. It's beneficial for us. Like, our skin will be clear, our gut will be cleansed, like our whole system will be cleared out. And if we just didn't go to the grocery store for 14 days, like, just did a whole food strike, shoot everybody else striking. So, like, if we just did a whole food strike, they would have no other choice but to sell the food for discounted rates. And they would see that the people can stick together. I mean, it's extreme, but it takes extreme measures for extreme results. And I'm tired of paying this much for chicken.
Growing up in the Arctic, my household would spend $3,000 every 2 weeks on groceries. Me and my brother were young kids, but we had a household of 6, and this was like 10 years ago, so groceries have only gotten more expensive since then. Given how expensive groceries are in the north, it's crazy to me how people tell us not to hunt. We're doing what we can to survive and be self-sustaining. These are really awesome statistics of how much of the community is still consuming meat and fish that we hunt ourselves. 78% of the meat and fish consumed in the Beaufort Delta, which is where I'm from, is what we hunt and fish ourselves. And some communities are as high as 97%. Klavik and Fort McPherson are our neighboring communities. They're at 90 and 92%. Inuvik, which is my community, is 66%, but 40% of Inuvik is not indigenous. And these are the statistics for the other communities in the Northwest Territories.
This is $87 in America.
Wow.
$87. It's fucking pathetic.
It is truly so crazy to watch the price of groceries go up, like, literally before my very eyes. I've always been the kind of person that, like, yeah, inflation is bad, but, like, I've always come from the place of, like, groceries are expensive. It's gonna be expensive no matter what. Like, it is what it is, right? I do all the grocery shopping for our household because I do the majority of the cooking. To be fair, it's just me and my fiance. We don't have any kids. So unlike some people I see on this app, I would say our situation is just above living paycheck to paycheck. Like, we have money left over to save. So we're not in a dire situation where I feel like we're drowning, right? But I go grocery shopping at Winco and Trader Joe's. If you don't know, Winco is very much a budget grocery store. Like, you're gonna find the cheapest of the cheap at Winco. Every now and then, which is why I go to Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's will have certain items cheaper though, especially like vegan alternatives since I don't eat meat and I try not to eat dairy. Anyways, I go every week, right? I know the prices of things. Like, I know the general prices of everything I'm gonna buy because we repeat meals, we have our favorite foods. Like, I know the prices of things. And today was the first day where I walked in and I was like, wait a second. This used to be $1 or $2 cheaper. Like, what is happening? One example was pasta sauce, the Rao's. At Winco, it's really cheap. It should be like $6 something. I never buy it because that's still too expensive for me, but I always look at it like, oh, I wish I could buy that. And I see the price and I'm like, one day I'm gonna buy it. Today it came in, it was $8 something. And I know for a lot of people that's the price it normally is, but not at Winco. Same with the Impossible Mock Beef. At Winco, it used to be like $6.47. Now it's $7 something. And I'm like, what the fuck? Winco and Trader Joe's have comparable prices when it comes to Impossible meat, so I just bought it at Winco. But now I'm making my way to Trader Joe's and I'm praying they didn't raise the price of Trader Joe's too. It's just small stuff like that where I'm like, damn, like, this is not fun. I'm not having a good time. Like, if I can't trust the budget grocery stores to hold their own, like, where are we going? Like, now I'm having to figure out different ways to buy certain items. So I'm like, okay, maybe this grocery store will have it for cheaper. Start couponing, I don't know. But as a 22-year-old and someone who's now just living their adult life, it's just crazy to literally watch these prices rise week by week and just be like, wow, like, things are changing and it's not for the better.
Okay, well, we know we are in this together, right? So I'll just say, let's keep raising our voices. I'll keep on bringing you these videos around the world so that perhaps our politicians may take notice of this because they seem not to care. But this is not political at all. I'm just sharing you how everybody around the world is feeling the pinch on this inflation. So I think we can start turning the tide on this whole grocery price madness now. But until then, stay strong, stay resilient, and just keep fighting the good fight, right? This is Obi Podcast. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Talk to you in a bit. Cheers.